Alright, look. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Hit the notification bell. You understand me? Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Join this Fisk Unit army and get Fisk Unit tough. Alright, look. This might be one of my favorite videos because one of the things that I used to do on the Church of Giants, which is actually going to be renamed Fisk Unit Rallies coming real soon. It won't be church no more. It'll be a Fisk Unit Rally. But later on, when I cut my camera on and I stopped talking about sports as much, I was going to get into the 48 laws of power, 33 strategies of war, stuff that I like to talk about. And I want to relate it to the everyday man. If you're in school, if you're at work, you're trying to get a girl, if you're in the neighborhood, I want to make these laws relatable. I want to teach you something. And the beauty of today is you saw a couple of laws play out right in front of you. This is a teachable moment. If you look at Brian Daboll and Wink Martindale both decided to apply Law 5. Everybody knows Law 5 specifically says protect your reputation at all costs. We all know that. Brian Daboll and Joe Shane called a meeting early in the morning when nobody knew what was happening. I literally logged on to YouTube to upload a video, whatever I talked about earlier this morning, Caleb Williams or whatever. And I'm like, what the hell? Is that Daboll and Shane? What? Already? Like they're holding their exit meeting already? That's not normal. And when Brian Daboll was asked about Wink Martindale and Mike Kafka, Brian Daboll says, yeah, I expect him to be back, but I haven't talked to him yet. He's protecting his rep. Now, you look at Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale didn't get fired. Wink resigned. He didn't get fired. He resigned. One of the most overlooked laws out of the 48 is law number 22. Law number 22 specifically says surrender, transform weakness into power. Do not give the satisfaction of fighting and allowing your opponent to beat you. It's better to quit. It's better to surrender. It's better to exit than suffer defeat. My man Wink Martindale said, I will resign. I will quit before I give Brian Daboll the satisfaction of firing my ass. I respect that. I respect it out of Wink because Wink and Daboll knew for months now that they were going to part ways. And I respect Brian Daboll for protecting his reputation and applying Law 26, which specifically says keep your hands clean. Law 26 specifically says keep your hands clean. When you do dirt, you keep your hands clean. When you got to do something shady, you keep your hands clean. Never let people know the fucked up shit you doing behind the scenes to get the job done. You're always supposed to keep your hands clean to the public. Never let them know the inside workings of your operation. Brian Daboll comes off clean right now because he didn't fire the guy. And he never threw him under the bus. I want Wink Martindale back. I want Mike Kafka back. I haven't spoke to him yet, but I would love to have them back. 2 hours later, Wink Martindale, I'm going to resign. Come on, man. We not dumb. I'm 99% sure that Brian Daboll, Wink Martindale probably had a conversation that didn't go too well. You ever had a conversation with your boss at work and you know your boss really don't want you to, he really don't want you to come back? So he's not doing anything to convince you to stay. You ever had a conversation with your girlfriend and your girlfriend's not really she's not accepting none of your concessions? Like you compromising with your girl. Yeah, baby, I'll spend more time with you. Yeah, baby, let's go out on more dates. Yeah, baby, I'll go down on you more often. And she's really not accepting none of your concessions because she really want to break up with you. That's probably what happened with Daboll and Wink. It was really a situation where it's like Wink says, yo, you can't talk to me like that. Daboll was like, yeah, well, too bad. Wasn't no concessions. You feel me? So I look at the situation and I say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Wink Martindale ain't the only defensive coordinator on the planet. The Giants will be fine. You know, what's most important is we got rid of Bobby Johnson. All right, the worst offensive line coach in the league. We got rid of our sorry special teams coordinator. We fine, man. I trust Wink Martindale, and I trust Brian Daboll, and I also expect Brian Daboll to call plays next year. I don't think he's gonna fire Kafka, but I do expect Brian Daboll to visibly call all the plays next season. And another thing, speaking of next season, Wink Martindale resigned. He didn't get fired, which means he just can't go anywhere and work for anybody. Wink Martindale he literally still got real estate in New York. What I mean by that is the Giants still own him. Remember when Sean Payton retired? The Broncos had to trade for him. If Wink Martindale wants to go to another team, the Giants have to approve that. And we're going to get compensation for that. So the Wink Martindale can't be a dickhead and go to the Eagles and coach their defense next year, because why would the Giants let him do that? There's not, unless it's a first or second round pick, there's nothing you can give the Giants to let Wink Martindale go fix the Eagles defense with all that talent over there. There's nothing you can do. So I'm not worried about Wink Martindale going to the Eagles. I'm not worried about him going to the Cowboys if they fire McCarthy and, you know, they need a coordinator. I'm not worried about that, because the Giants still own him because he resigned. Just because you quit does not mean your contract is up. That just means the Giants don't really got to pay a little ass because you quit. That's all that means. It's kind of like when you at work, and I've been in situations like this at jobs before where they starving me out of hours. They don't give me an hour for 2-3 weeks because they want me to quit so they don't got to pay me unemployment. Nah, No. I'm going to chill. I'm going to keep uploading these YouTube videos. I'm going to get a check on the 21st of every month. Y'all going to fire me, and I'm going to get my unemployment checks every week. I'm not about to sit here and quit so you ain't got to pay me unemployment. Is you crazy? So when I look at Wink, it's like, bro, you quit. You're not getting none of that money that was promised to you on your contract, and you can't just go around and look for another job without the Giants' permission. It don't work like that because you resigned. You resigned. You didn't get fired. You resigned. It's two completely different things. The Giants still own the rights to Wink Martindale. We're going to get some kind of compensation wherever he goes. He's not going nowhere without the Giants getting something back in return. So all in all, Law 22, Law 26, Law number 5, man. Protect your reputation, keep your hands clean, and never let the opponent beat you. Always surrender or quit before they outright defeat you. You can't come back from that. But anyway, I'll get into more detail about the 48 laws of power later on. When am I cut my camera on? No later than March. Face reveal coming sometime in no later than March. It's we're gonna take it up a notch this spring. But anyway, I already gave y'all the Fisk the question of the day, so I ain't gonna bother with that. That's it. That's all. Throw those FUs in my comment section if you rocking with me. My name is Fisk Vegas, and I approve this message.